Hi there, it's Jeff Brown again from Focus on Marketing, and this video is entitled How to Create an Awesome Brand for Your Wedding Photography Business. So the first question is, what is brand? Well, a lot of people think brand is just a logo. Well, it's not. Brand is everything your customer thinks, feels, believes, imagines about your company, your photography, and what you actually do. Now, if you think of Marks and Spencer's, for example, Marks and Spencer's business is not just built on their logo or their website. Marks and Spencer's is built on what people feel, imagine, and believe about their brand. People believe that Marks and Spencer's is luxurious. People believe that Marks and Spencer's is reputable, reliable, high quality. And these are all things that you can get across in the brand that you build. And what determines your brand is probably your clientele. So the next thing is, how do you build your brand to suit your clientele? First of all, you need to think about who you're targeting your wedding photography business at and what demographics they are. What particular price range. This could be the particular type of weddings that you're photographing. So if you're going for the country house type weddings, you're probably going to be looking at a higher end type of people. Now, from my own point of view, my wedding photography is aimed again at the higher end type of people, but I know the people who are going to be purchasing my wedding photography. They're normally 24 to 34-year-old females. They're in a professional job. They, as a Facebook status, they are in a relationship or engaged, obviously not single or married, or they wouldn't be looking for a wedding photographer, and they're within a 50-mile radius of my postcode, because I tend to do most of my weddings these days within my local area. Now, other things that helps you build an idea of your ideal client is what else your client likes. Now, my clients might like, for instance, more prestige cars, maybe Audi, BMW, Mercedes, the small versions, the A-Class or the 1 Series. They might be into designer clothing, Ralph Lauren, Michael Kors handbags, Mulberry handbags, Tiffany's bracelets, Tiffany's jewellery. So you've got to think about all these sort of things that builds up what your client likes. My clients tend to like the countryside because they get married in country wedding venues. They like walking, they're often outdoor lovers, and they like animals too, so they're big dog fans. So you can look at other websites and other brands to help brand your photography business. It doesn't necessarily have to be looking at the photography competitors that you have. You can look at some of the brands we mentioned if you're aiming for that particular market. You can be looking at Michael Kors, Tiffany's, to get you an idea of how you're going to build this brand, your logo, your website, your social media. And what determines your brand as well are the colours, the fonts and the styles that you use throughout your websites, your social media and your business stationery. Now, once you know your clientele, then you can develop your logo, your fonts and your colour schemes around that particular clientele. Obviously, if it's female and they're in the younger age of, to say, 24 to 34, then you want something quite cool and trendy. You want something that's going to go towards more of the female market, maybe more pastel colours, pinks, light blues, that sort of thing. Maybe have a website on a white background, and maybe go for an unusual name as well, as instead of just the name of your name that you use as your photography company. Another thing to think about is what 3 words encompass your photography. What's going to make you different? You want to stand out from everybody else, and you want to go down a particular market. So for instance, mine may be fun, natural and relaxed bespoke wedding photography. So straight away, for my brand, people know that my style of photography is fun, natural and relaxed. Another thing that you can have is what's called a strapline. A strapline is something that sums up your particular what they call a USP, which is your unique selling benefit to the customer, and that might be, say for instance, Nike is just do it. Tesco's is it Tesco's or Sainsbury's or Asda, whichever it is every little helps. With my wedding photography, I actually guarantee my wedding photography. So I say to people, you will love your photographs or your money back. In 750 weddings, I've never had to give a refund, touch wood, because I've always over-delivered on what I give to the people, and they've loved the work that I've done for them. So my strapline is wedding photography, you're guaranteed to love. So think of a strapline for your business as well. Now once you've got your strapline together, you've got your fonts, your colour schemes, the logo that you're going to be using, then you can set that together and enhance it with your price. Now there's no good building a quality brand and a brand that's aimed at more mid to high end weddings and then letting the whole lot down by putting a cheap price on. I worked for a photographer a couple of months ago and they were having big problems. They had a fantastic brand, brilliant website, fantastic logo, great, cool, trendy name. Everything was right, everything was perfect for them. The big problem was the price. Every bride who looked on that website probably expected to be paying £1,500 to £2,000. What they got was a big surprise when they saw that the price was £650. The brand that they created didn't go along with the price, so people weren't booking. People thought there was something wrong with the photography. They didn't think it didn't come across as being right. Like you wouldn't go into a BMW showroom and expect to buy a BMW car for £3,000 or £4,000. You expect to pay for the quality. So as soon as we turned this wedding photographer's pricing round, guess what? The bookings started to come in, because the people who were booking in were paying £20,000–30,000 for a wedding anyway. So they had a wedding photography budget of £1,500 to £2,000. So your price has to be reflected towards what your brand is. So if you're branding for the cheaper end of the market, then you have the cheaper end of the price. If you're branding for the higher end of the market, then you must put your prices at that market. And remember, if people love your style, they love your brand, and they love what you do, they will pay that money because that is within their budget. Don't think that you're not worth it. A lot of photographers don't have the confidence to charge the money they should be charging for their services. It's a professional service with professional people. You need to be charging the money, and that's where I can help you out, and that's where I will help you out. We'll discuss a lot of pricing later in further videos, but this is one thing I want you to really look at is your market, your brand, and the price that you're going to charge. And then what we do is we package that all up together, and that becomes your complete brand. So I hope you found this little insight into brand interesting. If you've got any questions, just drop me an email or comment below. My email address is info@focusonmarketing.co.uk. I'd love to hear from you, and if you have any problems at all with your marketing, I'm always there on hand to give you some advice. Just drop me a message and I promise I will get back to you. Well, thanks for following, and hope to see you in the next video. Thank you.